What's up YouTube, Jeff back again. Today another exciting tech video for you guys, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my desk setup here at my house. We just moved, and so I've been rearranging some things, getting my setup in order, and I actually just replaced my office chair with a brand new one. In fact, the one I'm sitting in right now, this is the Libernovo Omni. And behind me you guys can see my old chair, which was the Steelcase gesture. And so in this video, I want to tell you guys why I love the Omni, all the features that it has, and also why it's actually better for me than the Steelcase gesture, which is behind me. I'm still going to keep that as a secondary chair. It's a great chair, but not quite as good as the Omni. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I did get some help from my buddy Tori, who co-hosts the Sammy Grow podcast with me, to show off some of these features, just because it's tough to show them perfectly as a one-man crew. Now, when you unbox the Libernovo Omni, it's very simple to set up. They give you this huge cardboard piece there in the insert of the box that shows you all of the steps, and I was able to follow these step by step and do all of them in about 20 minutes, I would say. Now, they give you all the tools you need in there, but you can also use other tools if you want and probably do it a little bit faster. But I had absolutely no issues setting up this chair. Let's talk about the features of this chair that really set it apart from other ergonomic chairs. Now, I don't know if I've ever shared this with you guys, but I was recently diagnosed a couple years ago with something called ankylosing spondylitis, which basically causes a lot of pain in the neck and back area. And for that particular diagnosis, it requires me to have an ergonomic chair that's really built to support your spine and support your neck. And that's something that the Libernovo Omni is very good at. The Libernovo Omni has the bionic FlexFit backrest, which actually adjusts to the contour of your spine's S-curve as you recline in and out with the Libernovo Omni. This thing is absolutely amazing, and if you do need an ergonomic chair, you have back pain or you have neck pain, this thing is going to really help you out while you're working, especially if you do a lot of work at a desk like I do, sitting here editing videos all the time, or if you're just a gamer, someone who's sitting at the desk a lot at night for recreational purposes. This is really going to be a game changer for you. The dynamic support system called SynchroLink actually moves the headrest, the backrest, and the support all together at the same time so that your body actually does get that support in all the various areas. And it really does make a huge difference, particularly because I like to recline a lot when I'm at my desk, and I like to still keep my eyes right on what I'm working on at my screen, and that helps me do it. My eye level is able to stay with the screen even as I recline because of that SynchroLink feature. Let's talk about some of the various customization options as well on this chair, because you can pretty much tweak everything to your liking. You can adjust the armrest in so many ways. They move in and out. You can also move them to adjust if they're going further out along your arms. They go front and back, side to side. You can rotate them to different angles. You can also push them with a little bit of force, and it'll actually widen or make the seat of the chair a little more narrow by pushing those armrests in and out. I wasn't originally sure if it was allowed, but I was looking at the manual and I was like, can you really do this? You have to apply a little bit of force, and it works great. So you can adjust these armrests in so many different ways. And for me, like I said, someone who has that back and neck pain, sometimes I just feel like I need to get a different position. And with other chairs, I wouldn't be able to get my arms in the right way to be comfortable. But with this, it's absolutely perfect, and it really helps me, relax while I'm working at this desk. The next game changer is the amount of different recline options that you have with this chair. You've got 4 different recline modes here on offer. You've got 105 degrees, 120 degrees, 135 degrees, and 160 degrees. Now, you can simply use the lever here on the bottom side to make sure that you can get to each of those individual recline levels, and each time you come back to sitting straight up, you can go back to the next level just by adjusting the lever. It's very simple. These levers here on the side also control the stiffness when you recline, how much it's going to go back when you do recline naturally, and of course you can also adjust the seat up or down from those levers as well. The materials of the Libernovo Omni also make this a very comfortable chair to sit in. You have very breathable fabric in this chair with hydrophilic sponge for the actual filling, which feels soft. And also, like I said, if you live somewhere it's hot, I live in Phoenix, Arizona, you're not gonna have to worry about sweating while you're sitting in this chair because it's an incredibly breathable fabric. I had no problem sweating. Of course, inside of my house here in the fall, it's not too bad, but I'm imagining even from May to August when it's 115 degrees outside, this will be a very comfortable chair to sit in for long periods of time. And again, because it does have that sponge, you get that support, but it's also still very soft. So that really gives you a dual combo, the support of your back and neck, but also that soft material while you're sitting that feels comfortable and lets you focus on your work. Now let's talk about the game-changing feature, and that is the fact that this chair has a rechargeable battery pack built in, which is used for the Omni Stretch massage mode. This basically allows you to recline the chair, press this button that you have right here on the side, and it will give you a stretch for your spine, which again, for my ankylosing spondylitis, is a game changer to have that built into a chair that I'm using for work on a daily basis. If I feel fatigue in my back, in my neck, I can just relax and do that for 5 minutes. Press that button, it's gonna give you a quick stretch, feels great. And Libernovo included the footrest here. For me, it's an optional add-on so that when you're using this Omni Stretch function, you can put your feet up there and really recline back and get into the massage. I found that this is really a feature that no other chair has, and you get about 3 hours off of a single charge for the battery. You just go ahead and insert that battery pack right there on the back and you're good to go. So if you're only using this, for a couple stretches a day, let's say, you could really get several weeks, maybe even a month out of this on a single charge, which is really quite impressive. So you're not gonna have to worry about charging the battery pack every day, which is something you might not want to do for a chair, but I didn't find that to be a problem with this particular device. Of course, you also have lumbar support. That's what these other two buttons here are for on the armrest. You can go forward or backwards with that lumbar support. Absolutely easy to use and fantastic. So you do get that from the motorized, from the battery pack as well. So you get two benefits, not only the Omni Stretch, but that motorized button that will get your lumbar support going in and out in the fastest way possible. And you can make those adjustments on the fly without having to deal with additional knobs and things like that on other chairs. Let's talk about the main reason that I like this chair over my Steelcase Gesture, which was my previous ergonomic chair that I was using here in my home office. Now, first of all, this one has the built-in neck rest, which is also adjustable. You can adjust it in multiple ways. It goes in and out. You can also adjust it up or down just by pulling on it. This thing actually has 3 points of articulation as well, so you can dial it in just perfect for your height and for your preferences. That is not on my Steelcase Gesture, although they do offer one. I found that when I tested the Steelcase Gesture's headrest, it wasn't adjustable enough and also not soft enough for my particular neck. Again, going back to that issue that I have with AS, that's a place where this chair really gives me extra support. And I think if you have any issues with your neck or back, you'll find that that'll be a game changer. The next thing is that Omni Stretch function that's built into the Libernovo. Steelcase has nothing like this. Having that battery pack built in and being able to get that stretch on my spine while I'm in the middle of my workday is just such a huge advantage. And again, Steelcase or any other chair brand does not offer that. This chair is a little bit more comfortable to sit in as well. The material is softer and more breathable than my Steelcase chair. I do have the leather version of that one, but the material on the Steelcase can sometimes feel a little hard to sit on, which some people say is maybe good to keep you alert while you're working. But I find this chair just more comfortable to sit in on a day-to-day basis for a long session of work or gaming or whatever it is you want to do while you're sitting at your desk. I find this one to be more comfortable than the Steelcase as well. Now, don't get me wrong, the Steelcase Gesture is a great chair, but when we talk about price as well, not only are you getting more features with the Libernovo Omni, which also, like I said, has that Omni Stretch function built in that you don't get on the Gesture, you're also talking a huge difference in price. The Steelcase Gesture can be around $1,400 to $1,500 for the fabric version, and then if you're going to bump that up to something like the leather one, that can be around $2,000. So either way, you're definitely talking about a $400 to $500 price difference in these two chairs, and the Libernovo Omni, which is around $1,000. Of course, depending on if you add on that footrest, it's still cheaper than the Steelcase Gesture. So for all of those reasons, I really think the Libernovo Omni is a great pick if you're looking for an ergonomic chair, and also is going to be my personal ergonomic chair that I use here in the home office. Now, if you guys are interested in checking out the Libernovo Omni, you can check it out below. I'll have the links to where you can purchase it, also any relevant discount codes or sales that the brand provides for me. A huge shout out to Libernovo for sponsoring this video, sending out the chair, allowing me to test it out. I think it's going to be a huge step up for my workflow, help me get a lot more done here in the home office with editing and other work for the channel and for the Sammy Guru website. Appreciate you guys checking out this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.